gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Right then, you lot, you've been good all week. You've worked hard. You've been good to your granny. So get ready for your reward, because it's time to go ballistic. Time to take no prisoners. Are you ready to rock the war zone? Yes, the fun starts here. Johnathan, who's fighting this week, mate?
Thanks, Craig, for setting a suitable tone for tonight's proceedings. Let's see how they line up for round one. First up, the return of previous semi-finalist Splinter against the venom of Viper 01. Next, will newcomers prove tip-top opponents for the experienced bigger brother? Tetanus sounds very unpleasant. Onslaught will try to avoid the jab. And finally, previous grand finalist 3 Stegs to heaven against 11.
Do you want the real drama of Robot Wars? Welcome to the pits. This is where we find the nuts and bolts of the action. This is where we find out what drives those meagre machines to champion status. Who are they? First up, Splinter, who was destroyed by Hypnodisc in the semi-final of the Fourth Wars, but returns head held high, ranked 17th to do battle tonight. Let's just watch that one more time, shall we? Fantastic. Little Joe Watts steers bigger brother to the war zone once more, and he has a secret weapon, his little sister Ellie, as well as an awesome flipper and the driving skills of Dad Ian, of course. And finally, ranked 8th comes 3 Stegs to heaven. A convincing performance last year has earned them a high ranking, but they've returned with a new robot. I didn't see much wrong with the old one myself. And we've got a walking robot the size of a double bed. 11. Legs 11? Not for long. First up, though, Splinter and Viper. Sounds painful.
Robots, come on! Do your worst. Let the wars begin.
From Thorpe Marriott, Splinter.
Grabbing arms and a pneumatic axe make up the weaponry for this speedy 15-mile-an-hour semi-finalist from the last series when it was trashed by Hypnodisc. Watch it spin for a win? I'm not too sure.
From Aintree, Viper 01.
Has a 3-kilo stainless steel rear cutting disc running at 4,000 RPM, top speeds of 15 miles an hour. The team has a winning experience with Hard Cheese, middleweight champions of Series 2.
Robotwars, stand by.
Here's Splinter then, with Stuart Waitman and Craig, his son, there at the controls. And Viper 01, Nigel Kerr, Alan Steen and Simone, his sister. Dead Metal's in the arena for the house robots with the weapon synergy of pincer and saw. And fighting alongside a Shunt. Huge pushing power, don't get in its way.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Splinter will use the arms and the axe together. Hold on with the arms and bring the axe down. Viper looks very slow right from the start. They say they can get up to 15 miles an hour, Viper 01. I'm not too sure whether they're going to get up to 1 mile an hour. And there's the classic pincer attack of Splinter on one side and Shunt on t'other. The Viper weaponry, that steel rear cutting disc, moving sluggishly. They've not got full control of this, I don't think. Well, they're from Aintree, and they're falling at the first fence here, Viper 01. I'm afraid to say, Shunting underneath as well. Very low ground clearance for Viper 01. The mean green machine. Really mean at all, is it? Now, are they finally going to be bumped into gear? I don't think so. Splinter signals the pit release. And the one-time middleweight champions of Series 2, when they had Hard Cheese in the arena, are about to go out here. Viper 01 into the CPZ, the corner patrol zone. In comes Shunt with the axe, diamond edge. It never got going. Never got going, did it? And the Viper has slithered on its belly to defeat. Love the uniforms. Nothing to do with Robot Wars. I just love the uniforms. The clock is ticking down. It'll go to the judges because technically the Viper is still moving, mainly because it's being dragged by shunts. But it's up to the judges to make the decision. Well, the highlights few and far between, but that's a good progressive attack by Splinter onto shunt so that he could get the pincer attack on Viper. At that stage, the weaponry was just about moving, but there was no venom from Viper at all, really, and Splinter must get it.
Well, the judges have made the decision. Don't look so nervous. Don't look so nervous. The judges have gone for Splinter! Sorry, guys. You took quite a bit of damage there.
And we're from your hometown.
I know. I can't be biased. Talk us through that battle.
Well, basically, as soon as I moved it out the doors down there, I knew it was going to be no good because I turned the current limiter down at the weekend, and it should do about 15 miles an hour. Normally does, but we turned the current down.
Why did you turn it down, though?
Because we didn't want the batteries to go flat, and it was a bit of guesswork because I haven't had the chance to drive it.
Is that your first sort of time out?
First time it's been in a battle.
Yeah. Well, the armour plate on it's fairly solid, isn't it? Because Splinter couldn't get his axe through yet. And Shunt hardly made an impression either.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it, really. It's just the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Viper! How do you think it went for you?
I thought it was OK. The axe was on low power because we didn't want to have not as many goes, so...
Yeah, your robot was quite slow as well, didn't you think?
We were driving around slow, so we didn't end up going right up on the top of his scoop.
You rank 17.
Yeah.
So you can justify that? You can go far? Semi-finals last time?
Yeah, I think we could do well, yeah.
Go one better, do you reckon?
Yeah, well, I'll drive faster next time and we'll put the axe more powerful and see what happens.
You boy racer, you. You boy racer. Ladies and gentlemen, hear it for Splinter! Well done.
Armour plates, L plates, don't bring a learner into the arena, Viper. Splinter go through, tip-top against bigger brother next.
From Brandscore, tip-top.
Designed around wielding the weapon, a very substantial inertia disc driven by a petrol-fueled 72cc disc cutter engine. Petrol, in this arena, boom.
From Brighton, bigger brother.
A nightmare in metal, they call it, this 24-volt driven machine fighting in its third wars with a CO2-powered gas ram spike flipper. Daddy and Watts, daughter Ellie and Joe, the bigger brother.
Roboteers, stand by.
First time on Robot Wars for Tip Top and the Hode family. Grandad Dennis, Dad Robin and grandson William. There's bigger brother. We've seen them before. Ian Watts driving his son Joe and daughter Ellie. Just about see them. In the arena for the house robots, Sir Killalot also has a petrol-driven engine. And Shunt with the prototype electric motor. It's a secret.
3, 2, 1, activate.
I like the look of Tip-Top's spinning disc, but I wonder if it'll unbalance the machine. And Bigger Brother is tenacious and Tip-Top is flipped. Well, Bigger Brother's weaponry certainly seems more potent than in Series 4 when it lost in its heat. And driving against Tip-Top has it on the arena sidewall and out! Tip toppled out of the arena! Bigger Brother through, and emphatically so! Super stuff! Little Joe and Ellie, well done! Look at this! Tip-Top spinning the disc, but Bigger Brother in underneath, a vulnerable 2 centimetre ground clearance. flipping it over. Tip-top stunned, worse to follow. Bigger brother on the attack. No filial love there. Out they go. Tip-top on the arena sidewall. Bigger brother reversing, coming forward. Got the flipper in underneath. Whoops. They're out. And that's what Robot Wars is all about.
Did you see that? Tip-top, flip-flops out of the arena. They need a bigger